name is Angel, your BGCA STEM instructor. What is STEM? Well, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. We're going to use those 4 things to look closer at all the things around you and the way the universe works. So let's go! So, I would like to know what you think is going to make your rocket fly best.
Can I go first?
Yes.
I think mine's is gonna fly best because it has like the triangle and this. It's not gonna catch the air like this, but it's gonna make it go farther.
So it won't have as much drag from the air, okay? You don't know?
Neither do I.
So why put these little guys on here? These little fins?
Don't they help the plane roll over faster in the air? It makes it spin.
Maybe.
It makes it go straight.
We are going to launch these off. So this, I just have a little straw on the tip here so that we can put ours with the straws
Can you do yours first?
in there and it'll launch. Yeah, I can do mine first. All right. So we're going to see which one goes the farthest, launching from right here, okay? 1, 2, 3. And I knew I made mine pretty heavy, so I wasn't expecting it to go very far.
Mine's not that.
I made mine for looks alone, which is not how you want to build a rocket. Alright, let's see here.
Oh, Sydney's number one.
Oh, we got some good distance out of Sydney's.
Oh, is
Sydney
mine
won.
fine? Mine one. If mine one win.
It won't even go off
Oh.
because you don't cover the cup.
Oh, nobody told me that.
I did.
Oh.
I absolutely did. Yep.
Oh,
So
unfilled.
this one doesn't have the ability to actually have that thrust, right? It doesn't have the ability to launch. There are a lot of different technologies that go into going to outer space. The rockets we have today are the result of decades of scientific experiments, understanding, and inventiveness. They are not foolproof, and they're not without fault, and the next generation will probably be better than the last. It is interesting to note that the payload system is all of the carrying capacity. What does that mean? That means that that little tip that you see in this picture is the only space that we actually put what we want to send to outer space. So if we're sending a person, they have to fit in there. The rest of the rocket is all different technologies that allow it to actually make the trip. Most of it being the propulsion system. As you saw in the last video, we have figured out our chemical reaction propulsion system for our rockets. We're just using your basic vinegar and baking soda reaction. But what else can we do to make this rocket go further, fly straighter, and maybe even land? What other technologies do we need to add? The first couple of things that we are going to start with that we learned from setting off our miniature rockets in class is that we need to reduce how much drag we have on the rocket, which means we need to make it a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit more smooth. Try to add a point to it. Try to cover up some of the little ridges along the way. We also needed to add weight because there's not enough weight at the front of the rocket. We are also planning on adding fins so that it'll stabilize a little bit better and maybe it won't spin out when we fire it off. I encourage you to add some of these technologies to your rocket at home and see how much of a difference it makes. We're adding all of these pieces to help our rocket fly. Join me again next week when we try to see if we can make it land.